Alright guys, welcome. This is a new thing we're trying. Myself and Lewis, we're trying to do a podcast today. This is the first episode of the Heelish podcast, where we talk about WWE, AEW, or pretty much anything wrestling. So welcome Lewis, how are you?
Yeah, man, I'm good.
So could you introduce yourself pretty quickly to the fans?
Well, my name's Lewis. I am on TikTok. My name is Cena Chronicles. You might have seen me on your For You page. And yeah, I love wrestling.
Pretty good. So if you don't know me, if it's your first time on the channel, my name is Heelish. I also post content on TikTok, on Instagram, YouTube as well, and yeah, same as Lewis. I'm just a huge wrestling fan. Sorry. And today we're starting something where we just want to talk about anything wrestling, share our opinions about stuff, because wrestling is our passion, and we're just happy to share it with you guys. So we have three topics on our list today. The first one is obviously Cody Rhodes. We want to talk about the fact that he left WWE. He left AEW to jump possibly to WWE. I've been confirmed by some sources that Cody has signed with WWE. Then we'll talk about Revolution last night, AEW Revolution, and then a quick note on WWE MSG that happened this Saturday. So first topic on our list. Lewis, are you a bit familiar with the whole Cody Rhodes situation right now?
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye out on it because it's really interesting to see that he left. It was so out of the blue, almost, that he just stepped away from AEW. I thought he was really happy there, but maybe the financial side of things wasn't the best for him, so that might be why he might be jumping ship to WWE. Who knows?
Yeah, because on top of that, he was like one of the founders. He and the Young Bucks, they started the whole thing.
Yeah. That for me is what made it more of a surprise that he was one of the biggest influences in AEW becoming what it is today.
Yeah.
To him, for him to leave, that was a big surprise for me.
Yeah, and now I was told by some people that apparently he left because he wasn't happy with how creative was going on around there.
Yeah, that's interesting because it seems that everyone assumes that WWE's creative is terrible and whatnot, but
Yeah.
everyone's going to be unhappy nonetheless, no matter where they are. So
Yeah. The thing is, AEW, they had an amazing start. They got some incredible wrestlers such as Chris Jericho and Jon Moxley. But I think the problem is that since they keep on signing new people almost every week, well, it's ultimately going to lead to them falling.
yeah, the signing everyone that gets released from WWE and other wrestling companies is going to have its toll on the company eventually.
Yeah.
Finances and stuff are going to struggle eventually as well. Hence the reason you might not see as many AEW superstars renew their contract when it expires because AEW might not have the finances to keep them on.
Yeah. So yeah, and the whole thing with Cody is now there were lots of rumors saying that he was coming to WWE, and I got told once again by sources that he had signed this contract. It's not official, but chances are he's coming to WWE in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's exciting because I feel like at the minute WWE are just letting go of talent and not really signing anyone. So as a WWE fan, it's pretty exciting to see the possibility of someone from AEW jumping ship to WWE and not the other way around.
Yeah. And the thing is that there were many rumors of when he would actually debut. Some people talk about WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I'm quite not sure when he'll debut. From what I got told is that WWE currently have no plans for him at WrestleMania or whatever. They're trying to figure out a possible way for him to debut. If you had the option to decide what would be Cody's first match returning to WWE, what would it be?
Wow. I'd probably go with I'd have him come in after WrestleMania, because if he comes in at WrestleMania, there's not enough time to build a story. So I feel like if he comes in Raw after Mania, night 2, to interrupt Seth Rollins or someone like that, I think that could be a pretty good storyline. So
Yeah,
maybe him versus Seth.
that could be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is that Rollins at the moment, I think, he's scheduled to fight for the tag titles with Owens.
Yeah.
I'd actually love to see them being tag team champions.
Yeah, it'd be interesting because it seems, when you're watching them on Monday Night Raw, they have decent chemistry together. So
Yeah. All right. Next topic on our list. Yesterday night we got to see the AEW Revolution pay-per-view. Lots of amazing matches on the card, such as Hangman Adam Page defending his championship against Adam Cole. We also saw Jon Moxley versus Bryan Danielson, and there was also a new AEW Women's Championship unveiled.
yeah, I like the new design of the women's belt. I think it looks like a real wrestling championship. I feel like they've done what it deserves to look like. Because obviously the women in wrestling now are becoming much more appreciated. So
Yeah.
it's good to see that they're getting the proper recognition they deserve now.
Yeah, and it's most definitely better than the previous championship.
Definitely.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch the full show. I just got to see some highlights and stuff. Honestly, from what I've seen, the show was just incredible. You had some amazing matches on the card.
Yeah, people are saying that could easily be the pay-per-view of the year, and
Oh,
from what I've seen, that could easily be the best one that we see all year. So
yeah. Honestly, because like the main event was just crazy. I saw so many shots of it. Of course, Adam Page and Adam Cole are both amazing wrestlers in the ring. They can do so much good work.
Mhm.
Also, Moxley, Bryan Danielson, of course, these two, like, they were amazing stars, whether it was in the WWE, AEW, or even on other companies such as Ring of Honor or TNA.
yeah, and obviously when William Regal came out, that was massive
Yeah, finally.
because he played such a vital role in their careers as well. So it looks like, from what we're seeing, that they've formed as a tag team, and he's going to be heavily involved in that as well, which is exciting.
Yeah, of course, because like Regal had such a big impact in WWE. It was very surprising to see him leave NXT.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was shocked, but I think he'll be much better off with AEW, where he can probably have his say a bit more as well.
Yeah. Well, from what I got told in the AEW, they have a lot more of creative control.
Yeah,
So of course that plays out in what they're doing, whether it's in rivalries or their matches and stuff.
yeah. So I think he'll have a much easier time there to get his ideas across and not be so restricted on what he can do.
Yeah. And of course, how can we forget CM Punk versus MJF in a dog collar
Yeah,
match?
yeah.
Honestly, the
When I
whole
first saw
rivalry was crazy.
yeah, I mean, they're both really good on the mic and
Mm.
both really talented in the ring as well. So
Yeah.
it was just going to be incredible from the start. When I first saw the stipulation, I genuinely thought, "Oh, this is a bit odd. I've not seen anything like this before." But somehow they made it work, which was good.
Yeah. No, like the combination of CM Punk's experience and MJF, up and coming talent. It's just
Mhm.
great to see how much good work they can do together, as they've never worked before together in the past before, and they're both from two different places in the wrestling industry.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Behind the scenes, it's probably really good for MJF to learn a few things from CM Punk as well,
Mm.
even elevate his career even more. So it's a good rivalry.
Yeah. Okay, and last thing on our list would be to talk a little bit about the WWE event in the Madison Square Garden. It was the Road to WrestleMania, and they got to have a show in one of the biggest and most famous arenas in professional wrestling, Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. the MSG is every time WWE goes there, something special is going to happen. You know, something big is going to happen.
Yeah.
And with Brock being there to a live event is rare. So you know, I'd imagine that was a special show to be at.
Yeah, and it was kind of surprising because when they first talked about it, it was Paul Heyman who told Lesnar that he was going to defend his championship against Bobby Lashley, who was the former champion.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they weren't sure if he was going to be able to be there at the show because he got injured during the Elimination Chamber match. Many people saw that. And they decided to replace him with Austin Theory. Do you agree with that decision?
I think the fans were expecting someone a bit more a main event caliber, but I'm not against WWE trying to create new stars in someone like Austin Theory.
Yeah.
But I probably wouldn't have had him go up against Brock there because I don't think he was ready for that yet. I think he could push for maybe a US title reign or a Continental or something like that, but not quite WWE Championship level yet.
Yeah. But the show was quite nice. At the end, Lesnar, of course, retained the championship against Austin Theory. And then came Roman Reigns in the ring, who absolutely destroyed Lesnar.
Yeah.
It was a massacre.
Yeah, I mean, that could even be a preview for what's to come at Mania, but we'll have to wait and see. But that was a good ending. I thought that was like Roman being able to show that he's still the most dominant in the current roster today.
Yeah, and even though we've seen the Lesnar and Reigns rivalry a lot of times, we've seen lots of matches. I think this rivalry is still the best out of them all because Reigns is most definitely in his prime. He's the best Roman Reigns we've ever seen. And for the first time, we get to see a face Brock Lesnar who actually talks on the mic and has fun with the fans.
Yeah, it's nice to see Lesnar like that because, like we said, we've just seen this guy who's so dominant, and then we're used to having Paul Heyman speak for him. But now it's nice for him to actually be able to interact with everyone by himself and have Roman with Paul Heyman's a nice twist on it as well.
Yeah, of course. So that's going to be it for our first podcast. Lewis, thank you for coming.
Yeah, man, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So, of course, we'll do more episodes. If you guys have any topics you'd like to see us talk about next time, please leave your ideas in the comments below. Make sure to go see Lewis' social media. His name is Cena Chronicles on TikTok. Please go check out his content. It's honestly really great. And if you want to, you can... Of course, man. And you can also check out my social medias. It's Heelish on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, the whole thing. So we'll see you in the next podcast. And until then, I want to have an outro. Fuck.
I mean, that could be the outro, right?
Oh yeah, that's so good. Yeah, okay. All right, bye guys.